Alright, so we're back, and welcome to the stream. I guess we'll go ahead and hop into the game. That's really weird. It's Saturday and I haven't done anything all day. It's just like I've been completely zoned out. I've watched like an anime today. Just binge watched it because I just haven't felt like anything. Which sucks, because Friday I was like, I came home, I was getting stuff done, I was like, yeah, I'm moving, I'm grooving. So I got up this morning, it was just like, bleh. Kind of sucks. Oh well. So, where were we? I know what we were about to do. We were about to talk to the captain about getting some backup. Yeah, we didn't have anything.
I have good news. The Freeblade Knight is awaiting deployment against the Tyranids, and Sir Ambrose Caradoc is currently reciting the prayers of sacred recalibration in the hangar.
That zone is the epicenter of the infestation. He needs to be prepared.
Yep. Some days it be like that. I just really hope to have some energy and do some stuff today, but oh well. Alright. Well, let's go fight the Tyranid Menace. I located the Harlequin, Tyranid Menace. I located the Harlequin on the former maiden world, which had become a barren, featureless wasteland after the Exterminatus, devoid of all life except those Tyranid organisms that survived the bombardment hiding underground. The grim irony of it. The Harlequin agreed to help me, but first I have to purge an Eldar shrine at the epicenter of the Tyranid infestation. I took Van Winter's advice and called in Sir Ambrose Caradoc and his Freeblade Knight to assist us. Alright, down to Stumpy Town. I can understand that. I mean, I wish I could have done anything today. Maybe I'll wake up better tomorrow.
Another heroic quest to cull the enemies of mankind. Glory to the Emperor!
I admire your sense of dedication, but focus on your mission. The threat you are about to face is immense.
What else would a solitary knight seek, if not a relentless battle? And a victory against all the odds!
The zone of your current engagement is swarming with Tyranids. I must also warn you about the venomous clouds obstructing large areas.
Trust me and the Crimson Wanderer, my brother in battle.
I am not your battle brother, sir, but I wish you a good fight. You must clear the entire area so the Inquisitor can proceed to the target location.
Sorry, I'll call you my home slice in battle next time. Tyranids. Hey, just line up with that stuff.
The Emperor. Will this unholy tide ever subside? The Wanderer is wading knee-deep in their corpses, and still they fight!
I feel your frustration, Pilot. I have fought the Tyranids only once. Rest assured, of all the filth in the galaxy, I hated those abominations the most fiercely.
I do so love walking through the Tyranids. Where did you get to?
Squire Skulls are reporting new activity. The massacre has drawn out the Synapse creature as expected. My experience in Xenos matters is limited to fighting them, Inquisitor. Is this development good or bad? It is quite subjective, I'm afraid. You will be facing a truly monstrous creature. However, it also possesses a psychic power that unites the Tyranids of his swarm. So killing it makes them lose control. But that is great news! The more dangerous the opponent, the more glorious the victory!
Oh, sorry, fellas. I had a cutscene to go through. I wasn't ignoring. There. I'll prove it by wandering through you. Crimsonly. Oh, sorry, fella. Here, I'll shoot you.
Abomination! With the Inquisitor, the swarm is no more. The Crimson Wanderer has fulfilled its sacred duty. The area has been cleared. The machine spirit of my knight will need some soothing psalms after all this taint. You are free to proceed to the ancient shrine you seek, Inquisitor.
Alright. There you go, a little romp through the heathens. We tiptoe through the Tyranids. Alright, let's see. I guess we go meet the Harlequin at the shrine next. Sir Caradoc broke through the Tyranid ranks, and the biological horrors were ultimately defeated by the loss of their synapse creature. Pardon me. Without that intelligent organism, the remaining Tyranids reverted to a feral instinctive state, which has given me a window of opportunity to find the Eldari Shrine. Time is of essence here. Okay. Well, down to Eldari Town.
Inquisitor, may I remind you that you have only gained temporary respite by eliminating the Synapse creature. The Tyranids are still unorganized, but soon another organism will replace the original Synapse creature.
I have no time to lose then. I must locate that Eldari shrine immediately. Witness the glory of the
The word you were looking for is Xeno scum.
Bioscanners indicate the approach of psi-active organisms, probably inbound from the adjacent zone.
So it has just been a lull. I'd better get ready. Another Eldari memory crystal, which has survived an exterminatus. I wonder what it could contain.
Eldari Memory Crystal Zeta 7734. Report collated by Tech Priest Omicron Arc. Translation Protocol Epsilon 23 Alcius. Pseudoneural translation protocol provided on material executed. Raw transcription. The spirit stones of the ancients may protect us against she who thirsts, but they are useless in this nightmare. My lover glimpsed into the flow of time, and there is only death. The monkey celebrating a hollow victory. Once the body arrives, their planets will burn, and all will be devoured by the great maw, serving the tendril, granting us some time. If the cold general answers us, there may be hope. Conclusion Alpha. The decrypted mnemonic imprint lacks cohesion and logic, but correlates to the theory of Archvivisector Roderick Theta 10. The cited Magos, may he be blessed with the Omnissiah's decimal bless, was the greatest expert in Tyranid organisms in the Caligari sector. He theorized that were facing only probing incursions from the aberrations, and that the main forces of High Fleet Garm had yet to arrive. This theorem would also explain the unusual lingering behavior of the surviving Tyranid organisms. Oh, good. There's always some more good news in Warhammer 40k.
You are closing in on the shrine. The architectural components of the nearby ruins are consistent with our records on spiritual Eldari structures.
I'm convinced that it has become the lair of something much more materialistic.
Getting tore up out here.
The last act in this grand tragedy will soon unfold, human. Are you willing to take the stage?
I must warn you that to manipulate an Inquisitor is not the brightest idea, Eldar.
Always so furious, so short-sighted. I am not your weak-willed subordinate.
Insolence! You have clearly betrayed me.
This stone once absorbed the soul of a seer, the greatest pathfinder in the Garden of Ever-Changing Roads. I need it. We need it to walk the seventh path. This is the first curio of fate I need.
And of course, we have our morality choice, the Puritan decision being you have willingly misled an Inquisitor and your sentence should be death. But I must unravel the mystery of this prophecy before judgment is served. Or the radical decision. I have always believed the ends justify the means, therefore I will not blame you for manipulating me, but I have no more time for your games. I want the truth.
Are you willing to cooperate?
On one condition.
What would that be?
You really, really need to survive your next battle. I've promised you answers, human. So, you will have your answers.
Did you lead me here on purpose?
I might have manipulated you to help me take the spirit stone from this scorched pit of despair our planet has become. Yes.
Did you lie about everything? The prophecy? The Alpha Pariah?
I cannot lie. My role forbids it. Your Inquisitor brother knows that. That's why you were sent here. Clever, clever Mercer. I weave my words too carefully for lies.
Enough of this. Do you know the answer to my question, or not?
There is a place deep within the maze that spreads between the real space and the warp. And in the heart of that living, twisting labyrinth lies the Black Library.
You are stalling again. I'm losing patience with you, Eldar.
The library is a repository of forbidden knowledge. A vast collection of books still unwritten or lost forever. And I stole the prophecy from its darkest vaults.
You had it the entire time?
I told you I didn't lie. Take the prophecy. It is yours.
I swear, that's the last time I deal with the Eldari.
The Viscerum Prophecy. Translation from Eldari. Forged in pain, imprisoned in cold steel, it will come. Revered and hated and feared, into the domain of the beast with the 1,000 eyes. Through trials of flame and blood and might, it will be adorned with the crown of emptiness. Into the wound that bleeds nightmares will it walk, to rule or shape or destroy the labyrinth of no life. Notes by Magus Omicron Arc. The pretentious poem is the Eldari interpretation of the source material. The original Fabricatus data is basically a collection of intertwined equations in a more pristine and evolved language. The so-called prophecy is only the most superficial layer. The true meaning is hidden in the blessed numbers. Analyzing the data may take decades, but according to my early evaluation, this text may be considered as a pattern, blueprint, containing genetic and Empyrean formulae. Thesis Alpha. The data contained in the Viscerum Prophecy collates with the experiments of Uther. Knowing the manipulative ways of the Eldari, there is a possibility that the same information was shared with Uther Tiberius millennia ago. These Xenos have an exceptionally strong connection to the Empyrean. Therefore, the Alpha Pariah entity must be an anathema for them. Observation Alpha. Spelled differently this time. The supplementary data embedded in the strings describing the Crown of Emptiness makes it clear that it is a unique physical object. Observation Omega. As a creature of reason, I don't believe in the oversimplification such as history repeats itself. But there are certain parallels between Uther's early days, classified data, further references would be unwise, and our expedition. I rate this as an extremely unsettling observation. Right. Let me guess. Time to go find the Crown of Emptiness. Oh, I apologize. Okay, well. Does anybody look like they need to talk to me? Oh, the Magos. Okay.
What do you make of this ancient prophecy, Magos?
The tech priest considers it pure Xenox nonsense. My opinion is more nuanced, but I can't see any practical use for it either.
You are being too harsh. The prophecy alludes to certain facts that we know are valid.
You are willing, then, to accept the existence of a million-year-old artifact created by a race long extinct that somehow had knowledge of the birth of beings like her?
Uther's research was based on ancient Fabricatus technology. The existence of the Alpha Pariah could easily be the result of this prophecy. In that case, the Pariah needs the artifact to control her powers and fulfill her true potential. Otherwise, she presents grave danger to everyone.
Okay. Let's go talk to the captain.
Do you have a destination for me?
I have faced some daunting tasks, but finding an unknown artifact created by a long-extinct race sounds impossible. The tech priest has scored the available inquisitorial archive of classified data troves. Nothing.
Luckily, we have an acquaintance who knows his way around the system.
Are you referring to Nathaniel Grexus, the resourceful rogue trader captain with a shady past?
In his youth, Grexus made a fortune as a trader in Xenos relics. He has abandoned that particular career since then, but he must have kept his contacts.
I suppose you might have an idea as to his whereabouts.
We have exchanged messages recently. He was on his way to the mining world Arcadus.
Then we will follow him. He will surely be glad to see us.
Oh yeah, everybody's always glad when the Inquisition shows up. Oh, the Inquisition just stopping by for a little chat? Wonderful! Let's see if this was worth anything. No. Meh. Nah, no, not really. Alright, well. In the trash it all goes. Yeah, sure. I'm not using it for anything. Alright, well. Down to Grexus Town. Unwilling informant. The prophecy provided by the Harlequin refers to a mighty entity that could be capable of sealing the Dark Nexus and potentially changing the fate of the entire galaxy. This entity might be the Alpha Pariah, but she needs a mysterious Fabricatus relic to control her immense power. I found no usable information in the archives on this item in question, but Captain Van Winter suggested a useful acquaintance. The individual is Nathaniel Grexus, a rogue trader with good connections to smugglers of the Xenos technology. Alright, well, let's just pop in on Grexus. He'll be glad to see us. He loves working for the Empire. Alright,
The Tech Priest has sent out several Scryer skulls. We have a hit on Grexus.
And what is our old friend doing here exactly?
May I hazard a guess? Old Nathaniel Grexus must be quite busy with one of his suspicious deals.
This area is a hideout for rebellious deserters. Whatever he's doing here, I will most certainly not approve.
Are you willing to face an army of rebels?
They will have a chance to show penitence.
Red Rover, let Grexus come over.
Off with you.
Well,
They
you
had
had
a
your
chance to show
chance.
penitence. Now, they have left me no choice.
There you go, fellas. There's penitence enough for everybody. We'll get the squeegee mop out.
We have the picked feed from the Scryer skulls.
You have betrayed me, you filthy rat!
First, call me a rat again and I will break your jaw. Secondly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really? An Imperial agent has landed in the zone. Tell me it was not you.
Don't you dare pin this on me, you scoundrel.
Snitches like you deserve death. But we can use you as a hostage. Lads, watch this filth while I deal with this mess.
Alright.
Great. Old Grexus is being, well, himself again.
I have no time to lose.
Fair enough. Captain, bring out the shop vac! Alright, that was the last map that I used that on, not this one.
Be careful, Inquisitor. They have fortified their camp with advanced defense systems.
Cheeky motherfuckers. Oh, I should have waited a little longer.
Who are you to stand against me?
rebels are surprisingly well equipped for a group of simple deserters.
Personal note. Commander Larkett, my understanding is that you and your men formerly served in the Astra Militarum. I must confess that if that is indeed true, your utter lack of discipline is a sad reflection on the current standards of the Imperial military. I harbor no doubts about your loyalty, but as the person financing your company, I will not tolerate delays and disobedience. My work is of paramount importance, yet you waste your resources on petty mischief. You have failed to deliver my shipment in time because you are too busy organizing your illicit Prometheum plant. I trust you will not fail me again, or I will make you my new research subject, the Savant.
The contacts of Captain Grexus seem to dabble in Prometheum smuggling as well. These rebels have a shadowy benefactor with the moniker the Savant. Well, that could be an important lead.
Kneel to none.
Oh, fuck me. What the hell is that? It's too sparkly.
These rebels keep dealing in all sorts of dubious activities.
The increasing warp surges tore this sector apart for a very long time, fragmenting the largest Astra Militarum regiment into separated entities. Those who were weak of faith have fallen into the abyss of foul treachery.
You are guilty.
Now, your charbroiled chunks. Fellas having a problem with that barricade? Like it's a little too good and you can't get through it? Hey, Cleo! Ellen, my love, I miss you and the children so much. I still pray to the Emperor to bring you back to my life soon. Old habits die hard, I guess. I remember my promise, but I can't tell you much about our current job. Balthazar still reads through our correspondence if he is bored, just like the old days. And there isn't much to tell, really. I'm mostly on guard duty, this time patrolling an old Prometheum field on an Emperor-forsaken dirt vault. Not the most lucrative business, but since Anderson's demise, we try to keep a low profile. I'm still thinking about the Colonel a lot. He could be insufferable, but fate handed him terrible cards. Stranded on a starving hive world, cut off by a warp surge, what else could he do? If the Commissar had been a bit more open-minded, the whole thing could have ended better. After all, it was an us-or-them situation. I know, let bygones be bygones. A survivor from the Carnus Maxima told me that the Colonel had tried to make a deal with an Inquisitor, Klosterheim, to redeem the regiment. Dealing with those bloodthirsty bastards usually isn't the brightest idea, but I can't blame him. Mostly, your only choices are penal regiments or the gallows. He tried, at least. That's more than I can say about most of us. On a happier subject, the Savant kept his word, and his work kept his world. On a happier subject, the Savant kept his world, and with the new supplies, we are starting to look like soldiers again. Not a bad feeling, I must admit. And the work could be much worse. There could be an Inquisitor with pyromantic powers burning the Oh, it doesn't say that, I'm sorry. We're not taking slaves, and there's no pointless killing. We're not free from danger, but at least I could sleep well. I'm counting the days until my next leave with love. Will. Yeah? It's a shame for your wife, Will. And your kid. You're a foul traitor. Hi fellas, how's it going? By the look of things, not good. That's right.
Inquisitor! What a sight for sore eyes.
Not a remark I hear often, I must admit.
I bet. But you have saved my precious hide again. Praise the Emperor.
I had some pressing reasons to seek you out, Grexus.
I sense a recurring pattern here, Inquisitor. I'm always glad to help the Imperium.
Don't step on that hand over there, by the way. It'll probably grab your boot. Alright, let's see. I think we're over here on health last. What was it on defense? I think it won't actually. If there's anything interesting in the radical path to pick up. Let's see. Reflect, warp damage, meh. Warp damage bonus, eh. Superior critical hits, or hit strength on kills, stacks until a critical hit. Let's see. 5% warp damage, and all damage is converted to warp damage after a hit taken for 1 second. And let's see. 5% damage bonus for every 1% hit points missing. 0.5% for every 1%. Really nothing great. That might be okay, but I think I'll go back over the health tree. Work on that one some more. More hit points! Alright. What was that saying? Oh, interesting. What does that one do? Yeah. Okay. Well, looking like junk again. It is junk again. Yay, junk!
So tell me, Inquisitor, how can I assist the Imperium today?
I hear that you're an expert on Xenos relics.
Oh, well, I've only dabbled in the fine arts. Unless you want to transport them unnoticed by Imperial authorities, then I am definitely your man.
Let us pretend I didn't hear that. I'm trying to locate a unique Xenos artifact.
In that case, I might know of someone who could be of help. They call him the Savant.
The shadowy figure behind your criminal friends.
Who said anything about friends? I was led to believe that they conduct legitimate business. Or misled, rather. That Savant, on the other hand, is far from a law-abiding citizen. He, or she, is running an operation dealing in black market Xenos art in the subsector.
And where could I find this Savant?
I have no idea. But I can lead you to the base of those despicable gentlemen you have just obliterated. Righteously, of course. They are business partners now.
I hope that your assumption is correct, and I will find information about the Savant's whereabouts there.
Captain, you're stupid enough to buy all this crap off of me. There you go. Alright, well, let's go find some more information about the Savant. By killing a bunch more people. I mean by checking their base. Smuggler's Den. I found Captain Nathaniel Grexus negotiating a suspicious deal with a group of rebellious Imperial Guard. In the following altercation, I managed to rescue him and learn the identity... No, I didn't. Of the Savant. I didn't learn the identity of the Savant. A dubious collector of rare Xenos artifacts. Luckily, Nathaniel Grexus turned out to be a valuable informant. After all, he was able to give me the coordinates to the headquarters that the Savant's henchmen use. Violence! It always solves all problems.
And now comes the hard part. You will need to make these unworthy Imperial subjects reveal the location of the Savant.
I don't have time to deal with prisoners and interrogations.
New spheric analysis shows various cogitators in the area, all properly cleansed and maintained.
Good suggestion. Those machines are probably being actively used by these rebels to conduct their operations. They might provide the information I need.
Well, a bit more over this way, perhaps? Hey, I'm in your base and stealing all your stuff. Oh, poop cloud bomb. I hate you guys even more now.
Be careful, Inquisitor. The Argus shows several patrols moving around in the target area.
That's fine, I like killing people.
Keep your distance from those barrels. One careless shot and the whole area will go up in flames.
Those? Or the ones next to them?
Witness my power.
Watch out, Inquisitor. Those towers will alert the nearby troops.
The soothing sound of silence. And it's gone. Now, where was I? I wonder what this machine does.
Cogitator data is fragmented. Crypto-litanies are remarkably well-versed for those unskilled in the tech mysteries.
Can you decipher it?
A larger sample would exponentially lower the estimated time cost of the procedure.
So much for a surgical strike. I will clear the areas and access the other cogitators. My ears are bleeding. I must stop this Emperor Forsaken.
Obey and die!
Damn it.
Refuse!
Yeah, she was right. Those definitely blew up the whole area. Messily.
I say in thy name. I am the sanctioned flame.
Ow. Wow, guys, things are grouping up right there for me. It's really convenient.
Now you are gone.
Saw you, that tiny little bastard.
alarm signal? Really? You're too late. An alarm signal? Really? You're too late. Teleport beacon in range.
Ow. No. Use that for covering the stuff back. Research report classified by Magos Torque. RE analysis of unknown Xenos artifact. Recipient Commander B. Larkin. Evaluation of unknown Xenos artifact carried out on behalf of Commander Larkin. The item in question was received for in-depth analysis without any context regarding its origin or the circumstances of how it was obtained. The Fabricatus tag in the attached data wafer is clearly just an unofficial term to describe a long-extinct Xenos race. I have only found passing references to them in infotomes. Fabricatus objects have solely been discovered in the Caligari sector, dating from millions of years ago. Conclusion Alpha. The ornaments on the item bear strong resemblance to Necron symbology, but significant alterations suggest these Xenos symbols were used without properly understanding their meaning. My theory is that the Fabricatus discovered Necron technology and tried to copy it. Conclusion Beta. The cipher servitors with the attached cerebral glossalia modules managed to decrypt one short segment. It contains references to a final war when the real space and warp will extinguish each other, unleashing the apocalypse of the entire galaxy. But at this stage, I will require more samples to offer more insight. Summary. The smugglers employed in the service of a Magos to the analysis... summary. The smugglers employed the services of a Magos to analyze Xenos relics for them. Based on his research on a Fabricatus artifact, he assumed that this long-extinct race must have discovered the remains of Necron technology millions of years ago and tried to reverse engineer it.
Still no data on the location of the person of interest. Located an infotome tagged Fabricatus and Requillery, though.
That unique term again. What could you find out about them?
Data serfs recently finished combing through the material. Warning, 99.9% speculation.
Give me a summary.
The Fabricatus were a Xenos race, confined to the Caligari sector. Extinct for several millions of standard years. Hypothesis, based on Fabricatus archaeofragments. These Xenos tried to adapt Necron technology with no significant result.
Speech noting today? What? Sorry, boys. I don't think I understood that. Nodding. Speech nodding today. Speech not ing today? Or not in today? I don't know what you're trying to say to me. Alright, down, I think the last quarter we haven't gone down. saw you. Difficulty speaking. Yes, yes, and apparently understanding as well.
If I can't silence the alarm, I'll face some serious resistance. Is a jerk. Down with the Imperium!
Okay. Ah! Damn it. Where the hell is this last one supposed to be at? This way? Maybe. Ah, yeah, this one. Alright.
Kill the heretic! Repent!
Ow. Again.
If I can't silence the alarm, I'll face some serious resistance. Not that I'm complaining. I wonder what this machine does.
Notifies everybody in the local area to come kick my ass.
Kill the heretic!
Transcriber Skull transcript. Log by Arc-Technologist, or Techno-Archaeologist rather, Beta 763 Trancat. Or Tracked. Oh, I see, okay. Relocation procedure. My research has reached a stage where it requires my most devoted attention. I must temporarily abandon the supervision of the trade in Xenos Relic and leave those imbecile deserters in charge, which is not a decision I make lightly. What else could I do, though? The research on the synaptic pseudo-generator unit, it has clearly reached the stage where it requires thorough field tests and Xeno subjects. I have chosen Drogov to set up my laboratory in one of the sanctums that were used with Team Sigma, working under the command of the Genitor Extremis after the quarantine protocols were initiated. I will not make the same mistakes as that weak-minded Magus in charge and intend to conduct my experiments from the safety of an underground vault. I see. Forward to personal archives.
Encrypted business transaction and financial correspondence analyzed between local subjects and a person with the name tag Savant. Astra Telepathica codes identify the system and the world where the messages originated.
Then we have what we're looking for. It's time to pay a visit to this Savant.
Be prepared for anything, Inquisitor. The Savant has a fearsome reputation in my circles.
Hopefully, the agents of the Orders have a similar reputation in your circles.
Alright. Did we pick up anything worth a mention? Oh boy, an Archaeotech force field. Just what I won't be using. Yay! Oh. Wait. No. Nope. Nothing worth a mention. You know, an Archaeotech relic.
Did you verify the coordinates we had for that mysterious savant?
I did, Inquisitor. It is on Dvorgov, a quarantine world still infested by Tyranids, which could spell trouble. Speaking of trouble, there is also an astropathic transmission for you from an Inquisitor of the Ordo Malleus.
I'm Inquisitor Corax, a demon hunter of the Ordo Malleus, and I require your immediate attention. We need your assistance in a most important matter. Find me on my stronghold in the Ventus system. Corax out.
Change of plans, Inquisitor?
No. If you ask me, the Demon Hunters are a secretive branch of the Inquisition, with an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Corax can wait. I must find the Savant first.
Alrighty then. Oh, yeah, I needed to sell this junk. And I think we'll take the Archaeotech relic over here. Salvage that up. And then we didn't level or anything. Nope. Off to find the Savant! Quarantine world. The hunt for the Savant led me to a quarantine world, which I consider a strange choice for a potential hideout. My greatest concern is that the coordinates I found indicate my target zone is the void port of one of the Hive cities. Now I need to find a secret hideout in a desolate industrial district that has been closed off for a reason. Probably I will soon know why. Down to this can't possibly be good town. Looks like Tyranid town to me.
Tech Priest, I need some ideas. How can I find a secret hideout in a desolate void port?
The decree of tech preservation guarantees the long-term maintenance of our sacred data vaults, even on worlds deemed temporarily uninhabitable.
If I understand you correctly, the Cogitator network must be functioning, and it could provide clues about the area.
The assumption is correct.
Alright. Yep, Tyranid town. Oh, well, that looks pleasant. Get through the poop gas.
I wonder what this machine is.
And what I think I'll...
These Xenos are truly a blight upon this subsector.
Considering the adaptability of this race, the phenomenon is completely explicable.
I'm much more interested in why anyone would choose a Tyranid-infested city as a hideout.
Consider the Xenos presence as a defensive system.
And it be fair, who in their right mind would fucking come over here? It's a good defense system. Maybe. Except that I'm here. Of course, this certainly wouldn't be the first place I'd come looking. Come here, you little rat fucker. Okay, that landing platform's fucked. Actually, cloud up to them.
Let's see what happens now.
Breaching the data vault has failed. You need to power up the auxiliary mainframe.
Send me the coordinates to that mainframe.
Looks like it's across the map that way. My money says I have to go this way.
I would rather have my tech priest dealing with this.
Recoil, unclean!
All this wreckage bears the sigils of the Adeptus Mechanicus. What happened here?
Mission log. Emergency protocols initiated. Recipient, the most revered techno-archaeologist, Beta 763 tracked. Summary. Tried to contain the Xenos threat currently infesting the Void Port. Fuck, I don't know the numerals that well. I think it's 1,000, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 1018? I don't know. As per your orders. Operation unsuccessful. Bioscanners failed to show the large number of orgasms. There were orgasms hiding in the tunnels. Oh my god. Organisms hiding in the service tunnels of the port. Testing phase abandoned. Significant losses. 87.4% of constructs stroke human retinue eliminated. Current status, situation critical.
This is interesting. This retinue was working for a techno-archaeologist. It could be the savant we seek.
I presume the contingent was trying to eradicate the local Tyranid threat.
Quite the contrary. They were trying to gain control of the Xenos population.
I keep an open mind, but even I find that idea hard to swallow. On another note, the data slate contains location tags for their home base.
Where is it?
We have no information as yet. The tech priest is working on it.
Ew.
Fight fire with fire.
I don't know where the tunnels are. I don't think I want to go down there, though.
Your priority is still to access the auxiliary mainframe, Inquisitor.
I'm working on it, Tech Priest. In case you hadn't noticed, I've run into some resistance.
The altercation has definitely been noticed and recorded for potential post-mortem evaluation.
See that Vox station? There's an incoming transmission.
An attempt to communicate? Good. My target must be getting nervous.
You have entered Research Zone 17. Trespassing is strictly prohibited. You must leave immediately.
You must be the Savant. I am an agent of the Holy Orders, and I have questions for you.
I only answer to the Machine God, Inquisitor. The work I'm doing here is of paramount importance. We must be prepared for the return of the Hive Fleet.
This is treachery, and you will pay for your insolence.
I don't think so. But I hope you don't mind participating in a little experiment first.
Careful, Inquisitor. The Void Port defense systems have been activated.
That treacherous Savant has control over the entire system. He's trying to stop me.
At least you don't need any more proof that you are on the right track.
Suffer my
Hardly a
pain.
comfort.
I would rather have my Tech Priest deal with this. Oh, good.
Too many tentacles. I know what you're thinking, how can there be too many tentacles? Well, those guys have too many tentacles. That's how. Also, they charge, they have a toxic poop cloud. They've just got a lot going for them. It makes them an undesirable group of shit monsters. Mission log, origin of transmission, FLZ-672. Destination, drug up hive, coordinates attached, telepathic duct. Atroxia main duct, primary, Trans-Empyrean relay Gamma 5. Recipient, most revered techno-archaeologist, Beta 763 tracked. Subject, examination of the designated Fabricatus excavation zone. Site. Reading. We have initiated the alpha phase of the excavation protocols in the zone A3 Theta on FLZ 672, and the earliest findings seem to prove that the current Zenorite theories concerning the Fabricatus race might be fundamentally mistaken. These runes are clearly enigmas. Preliminary scans indicate that the structures were erected millions of years ago, but the mysterious material components continue to defy explanation as how any artificial material could have survived for eons. Our probes have produced unclear results, and the function of these runes is still shrouded in mystery. I should also add that I find these runes profoundly strange. Missing segment. My current theory poses the possibility that these structures used to be colossal machines rather than simple buildings, as the dominant Zenorite theory stipulates. Certain symbols and etchings on the metallic structures remind me of the artifacts we found during my first Zenorite expedition into the heart of the void in the Theta Cluster. My expedition perished by metal cocoons of unidentified Xenos origin. They bore very similar symbols, throbbing like living hearts, and drifting among the debris of in an asteroid field. I will update my log as the excavation progresses. Praise the Omnissiah.
What are you doing here, Tech Priest?
Displaying necessary initiative. Accessing the mainframe requires knowledge of Tier 4 administrative charts. Defend the area while the process is being completed.
I appreciate your resourcefulness, but next time, you must ask my permission first.
For your information, Inquisitor, I will record your combat for further analysis. First, I found your intrusion bothersome, but I realize that your presence here grants me the opportunity to study the combat patterns of the Tyranids more thoroughly. You are doing the work of the Omnissiah.
You're doing some work on your ass, punk.
A new wave of Tyranids is approaching. Stay alert, Inquisitor.
I have spent decades working on my synaptic pseudo generator unit, but it was a failure. I set out to build a device that could control the Tyranids, and it was deemed impossible. But I can't give up on my vision yet.
No, just because it's a bad idea doesn't mean you should stop.
Scanners indicate another wave of Tyranids, Inquisitor.
The persistence of my misguided brother there is getting frustrating, Inquisitor. Just like your unwelcome visit. I know you want to judge me, but I seek to save the Imperium. These organisms pose a huge threat. But if we could find a way to control them one day, just think about the potential.
I just wanted to ask you some questions, you shit. You're the one hell-bent on treason over there. Really?
I am the sanctioned flame.
Bioscans show no more incoming hostiles. Also, data analysis complete. Voidport structural records have been processed. The location of the underground facility is available.
Excellent. It's time to pay a visit to that treacherous madman and discuss these experiments.
Indeed. Beam me up. No kidding. Thought the Inquisition was supposed to be feared. This guy's over here going, hey, yeah, fuck you, buddy. Well, we'll see about that. Honestly, not that good. Yes, yes, salvage it up. Check a chain. Alright. Down to Goblin Town. A sublime hideout. I have discovered that the Tyranid infestation is still rampant on this hive world. While I was fighting my way through the desolate Voidport, I gained information on the strange experiments this mysterious collector is conducting with Xenos organisms. The savant himself contacted me. He is an indoctrinated member of the cult Mechanicus, and he is trying to persuade me to believe his efforts serve the Imperium. Now that I know the location of his secret hideout, I will judge him in person. Most harshly.
I must reach the inner sanctum of this facility.
Considering the nature of the savant's experiments, I would be very grateful for some pict grabs if you find some of his devices.
I don't think this will be a peaceful stroll into his sanctum.
One of these rebellious smegheads in here.
I thought that the savant employed these treacherous rebels only for smuggling. But he has an entire cohort of them as a private army.
Crap. Personal message, draft. Origin of transmission, FLZ 672. Destination, Dragov Hive. Coordinates attached. Admin conduit, Epsilon Mu. 37 declining. Telepathic duct, Atroxia main duct primary. Trans-Empyrean relay, Gamma 5. Recipient, the most revered techno-archaeologist, Beta 763 tracked. Subject, mission in peril, change of directives. Despite the dangers of the harsh planetary environment on FLZ 672 and the suboptimal circumstances in which we managed to locate the site of the Fabricatus ruins, however, a significant Eldari contingent has appeared in the vicinity, and they are clearly moving towards the ruins. We need new directives immediately.
That is interesting. This savant sent an expedition to a former Fabricatus world and encountered the Eldari from the craft world Tuatal.
How do I know they're from Tuatal? I just know they're Eldari. I just assume they're from Tuatal because they're fucking all over the place.
Inquisitor! Spare our lives! We surrender! We have been tricked!
I am aware that you have been led astray by an indoctrinated tech priest of the Imperium.
The Puritan decision is, of course, still your lack of understanding will not absolve you of the sins you have committed against an agent of the Holy Orders. You must perish. Or, of course, you can gain my forgiveness if you are willing to sacrifice your lives to help me stop your treacherous master. Oh, yes.
Now you have your chance to prove your true loyalty.
We will not fail the Imperium again, Inquisitor.
Oh, yeah. Turncoat minions. You boys not coming?
find your intrusion extremely inconvenient. I must warn you to leave immediately.
This is your last chance to surrender. Cooperation might still save your life.
My orders will not permit that. Defense protocols activated.
Kill the heretic.
Yeah, they're dead.
I have faced numerous threats, but I didn't expect to fight Adeptus Mechanicus battle automation.
Destroying these ancient machines feels like sacrilege. We need to initiate canticles of penitence to the machine god.
Death is a journey.
And as ever, you're at the Stuckies. The Stuckies of death! Okay. This place is real dumb, you know? All these robots around you think you could clean it up a little.
I understand you, Inquisitor. The thirst for knowledge is what is driving you into danger. You of all people can't blame me for craving knowledge. The long and arduous study of Xenos relics gave me extremely valuable notions about a machine that could turn the Xenos into useful weapons for the Imperium. I have failed to construct a functioning prototype, but I could be so close.
And again, this was not about your shit until you made it about your shit.
You might find it difficult to believe me, Inquisitor, but I truly don't want to kill you. But now you leave me no choice.
Uh-huh. And I truly did not come to here to kill you, but you leave me no choice. Also, I didn't come to wreck up all your shit either. Good work, Danny.
Inquisitor, you are unstoppable. Look, I didn't want to resort to pleading. I've only been following orders from the upper echelons of Forge World Fuel.
You're definitely not convincing me that the upper echelons of Forge World Fuel told you to attack an Inquisitor. Wait a minute. Put these down this way.
Now you are gone.
Damn, fellas, y'all take a look and keep on ticking.
That door is locked, but your inquisitorial override codes will grant you access.
I would rather have my tech priest dealing with this.
Inquisitor, you have victoriously overcome all the obstacles I placed in your way. I am humbled, but also amused.
I didn't come here to judge you for your sins, but you have left me no choice.
I have been following the orders of my Fabricator General. This is a secret research sanctum preparing for the return of the Hive Fleet. It was all classified.
Or that is what you want me to believe.
Is there any way I can convince you that I am a loyal Imperial subject?
We will see. I seek an ancient Xenos relic, once crafted by the extinct Fabricatus race.
That is a relief, because I can help you with that. The Xenotech relics of the Fabricators has been an obsession of mine for a long time.
And financing your heretical experiments by smuggling Xenos relics was just a coincidence?
Pursuing my work requires resources.
I need a particular artifact from their long-lost homeworld, but I don't know where it is.
I have that information, which I obtained in unfortunate circumstances. I sent an expedition there once, but they encountered the Aldari and quickly met their demise.
And what happened after that?
Why do you think I'm hiding in the middle of a Tyrannid-infested planet? The Eldar may look like fools, but they are dangerous.
Let's see. Well, of course, the Puritan decision is this man tried to gain absolution for the tech heresy he committed, and I appreciate that. Still, he tried to kill an Inquisitor, and for that, he must die. Or, this man has committed tech heresy and threatened the life of an Inquisitor. His punishment should be death, but he was following the orders of the Fabricator General. I will spare his life this time. Yeah, you know what? This one time, fuck this guy.
Prepare for your judgment. I have the information I've been looking for. I'll return to the ship now.
Barter fixes everything.
I am not in the habit of allowing anyone to ignore my summons. We're engaged in the most devastating battle the Caligari sector has ever witnessed.
Is the situation connected to that abnormal warp rift in the system?
It is. We call it the Dark Nexus. A bloated, terrible warp anomaly, continuously expanding. We could be witnessing the birth of another Eye of Terror.
By the Emperor. That is a very bold and unsettling assertion.
Just think about it, Inquisitor. Another sub-reality in the Imperium, existing within both the real space and the warp, would open up a new front with an endless tide of enemies.
And how could I assist your battle?
As I've been notified by Inquisitor Krabat from the Ordo Hereticus,
Motherfucker.
you have an asset on your ship, with extraordinary capabilities against the warp. It could help us.
The asset is a she, not an it. And indeed your information correlates with an ancient prophecy about the potential of the Alpha Pariah. But before we could even begin to discuss how she could help us, I must find an artifact that would channel her abilities. Otherwise, there might be grave consequences.
I pray to the Emperor that you find that artifact soon. We will talk later.
All right. Anything worth a mention? No, not really. All right, well, Captain, throw all this stuff in the trash can. Let's see, I suppose we better find the Lost Expedition and look look for clues. It's the nature of the style of game. The stuff gets randomly generated, and I'm looking for very specific types of stuff, so most of it's going to end up being trash. That's not really surprising. Okay, mementos of the past. I have captured the mysterious savant in his underground lair, and he faced charges for dabbling in illicit trade, potentially heretical experiments, and for making attempts on my life, for which he's paid with his own, because fuck that guy. After he tried to gain absolution by offering me the coordinates to the Fabricatus homeworld, where his expedition perished a while ago, and where I may be able to locate the artifact I seek, I made my decision regarding his fate. Yeah, fuck that guy. Completely. Not for the illicit trade, not for the tech heresy. I could overlook those. But if you're gonna fucking try and kill me, that's it for you.
My priority is
Another
to find
barren,
those
desolate
Fabricatus
hellhole.
ruins for the relic.
The Scryer skull feed indicates that the coordinates received from the tech heretic lead to the former camp of his retinue.
That will be my first destination.
Very clear. Linguistic analysis complete by Magos Torque. Regarding analysis found on FLZ-672, the supposed homeworld of the Fabricatus race harbors intact archaeological remains in abundance, offering more than enough samples for my cipher servitors to conduct linguistic analysis. Conclusion Alpha. The analyzed tech fragments found on the monoliths in Hall 12, called the Shrieking Shrine by the superstitious members of our retinue, clearly indicate the Fabricatus race had knowledge of the existence of the pariah gene, which is a tremendous discovery for us. Conclusion Beta. The Fabricatus experimented with the pariah gene millions of years ago. The text alludes to potential of some pariahs to develop even further, resulting in the emergence of a unique being with divine powers. But judging by the context, this will... Wait, lost my place, sorry. But judging by the context, it is purely a mythological tract, therefore I will not include it in the tomes. Personal addendum. Allow me to express my gratitude for liberating me from those illiterate ex-guardsmen who squandered my capacities on recalibrating Promethean filters for their illicit operations. I am certain that my work will benefit hugely from this opportunity.
Logging new observation. The Fabricatus race knew about the pariah gene, and they were experimenting with it millions of standard years ago. They were trying to create a unique creature, combining the abilities of psychers and pariahs, capable of ruling the warp. I have a strong suspicion that Uther Tiberius tried to complete the same experiment. Perhaps the last missing component was this Fabricatus artifact.
Get off the planet. I'm here now.
These ancient structures indeed show some resemblance to known Necron ruins.
Our understanding of the Necron civilization is still lacking, despite our recent unfortunate contacts with them. Apologies, Inquisitor, but this is a fairly unsubstantiated claim.
Note, this is the typical short-sightedness of the biologically based Magos. Flesh is weak, but steel abides.
Steel is nothing without the motive force, and motive force resides in the flesh.
The existence of Necron tomb worlds disproves your hypothesis. The Fabricators race could have reverse-engineered some exposed Necron tech.
Enough. Log off my Vox channel now, you two.
Alright, field report draft. Message slated to later delivery to Magos Torque. The expedition to Zeta 23-246 excavation site concluded successfully. Your theorem proved correct. These ruins are predating the Fabricata civilization by several millennia. Regrettably, the standard radiocarbon dating procedure produced regrettably, the standard radiocarbon dating produced inconclusive results. Even my arc metallurgist was puzzled by the phenomenon. The extended data excavation provided unexpected results. These samples are showing strong similarities to the necrodermis pattern categorized on Scatar 567. This pattern confirms my suspicion about the connection between the Necron and the Fabricatus technology. Following this line of thought, I created several data models based on our recent findings. I am attaching the most credible result. Theorem Fabricatus 6-B. The Fabricata civilization most probably evolved on the ruins of a ruined Necron tomb world of unknown Necron dynasty. Their technology is a modification and repurposed iteration of the Necrons. Conclusion: the true strength of the Fabricatus race was technological adaptation, not innovation. The deciphered fragments indicate a potential reason for the demise of the Necrons, the influence of a mysterious Cetan entity, or Catan entity rather, referred to as the Beast with the Thousand Eyes. This entity may be still dormant. The potential implications are staggering. We must contact the Savant as soon as possible. Right-o. I feel like these guys are just going to charge over. And there were a couple over here. Yep. Alright. That looks clear. Ongoing research. Reference number 2146589 Delta 23-6 by Magos Torque. Musings of a more personal nature. Personal observation. After completing my second round of analysis on the bulk of the unearthed Fabricatus ornaments and carvings, I've begun to formulate a theory which seems so far-fetched that I don't want to share my ideas with the techno-archaeologist as of yet. His current mood is far from patient after we notified him of the sudden appearance of the Eldari around the Fabricatus ruins. He failed to report back from his headquarters. Scribbles exploded from data slate. The Fabricatus disappeared millions of years ago. They left no traces whatsoever. Carvings refer to the grand pilgrimage to the world of strange stars. Theory, they left to go to another galaxy, maybe? Why? Did they consider the possibility of an impending apocalypse?
Coordinates gained from the salvaged cogitator show the location of the ruins.
I need more information on that area.
Sensors indicate the presence of numerous architectural remains and a significant Alderi war host.
The Savant wasn't lying then. The Eldar are here, and I find that disturbing.
Their presence clearly correlates with their previous interest in the Alpha subject. Therefore, your assessment is an understatement.
The Eldar are mobilizing surprisingly large forces down here.
May I propose something, Inquisitor? Turns out that those crafty Xenos have a webway portal in the area. They will not be back down until you cut off their reinforcements.
That is indeed true. I must destroy that webway portal first.
Spoken like a true warrior of the Imperium.
Hey, that was a pretty good amber.
It seems that the Savant's expedition to this world encountered some Eldari resistance.
I beg to differ, Inquisitor. My tactical analysis indicates they were ambushed by the Xenos. A cowardly but effective tactic. This savant risked a lot with this expedition.
Knowledge comes at a cost. Anyhow, it might be useful to search the area. They might have found information on the Fabricatus race before their demise. That's the webway portal. I only need to get closer.
Inquisitor, wait! Something is happening down there. By the Emperor. What are these constructs? Or are they creatures?
Well, well. The Eldar have brought in their war machines. That relic must be very important for them.
You should return to the ship immediately.
I have an even better idea. Captain, alert Sir Ambrose. We need the Crimson Wanderer down here for a noble joust.
I regret that I am unable to do any good voices as there are no Chaos Legions attacking anything I'm interested in right now. Rest assured that I probably won't find any more of them on this fucking planet at all. Just more Eldari. And they all talk like fucking elves. As for tonight, I think we shall call it here and pick up with Sir Ambrose going and playing Stompity Stomp with the fucking Eldari tomorrow. Until then, I shall see you, and I hope you have had a good stream. Take it easy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.